What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a trade update for you as we're sort of halfway through the trade period. It's going to be an immense few days left for clubs that are heavily involved. You know, the Kernos of the world, Rowan Marshalls, St Kilda have basically sponsored this trade period since the beginning, and yeah, everyone is definitely in question. Christian Petrarca as well is going to be around the mark, and it's been a hectic trade period and one of the most discussed trade periods I think I've experienced in my time supporting footy over the last 25 years and everything like that. Obviously, the trade period's back when I was 5 or 6. It doesn't really matter. But definitely in recent times, and Port Adelaide have always been an integral part of trade period. There's been some heavily trades from Port. Over the years we've acquired the likes of Stephen Motlop and obviously Tom Rockcliffe and that hectic trade period in 2019 with Chad Wingard and then obviously Jason Horne-Francis as well. So it's definitely been a heavy patch for Port in recent years with trading, and this year's definitely been a lot quiet. Not a single trade done. Only Jacob Ware, which was in an unrestricted free agent acquirement. So definitely one that we've been a lot more quieter in. Obviously, the rumours and then the hectic nature that is Zach Butters has been the most talked about name, one of the most talked about names in the trade period, which has been quite annoying, if I'm honest. Zach's been an integral part of Port Adelaide since joining the club. He's committed to 2026, and from here on in, I'd be heavily surprised if there's a trade request, if I'm honest. But he's a quiet player. He's been told by club and list management that no trade will be done. Even Jason Cripps and Koshi have come out and said that request or an acquirement about a trade was false, and these accusations were definitely to push the nature of if there was interest from other clubs to join, and we've seen money offers and potential deals and question marks around players' names and everything like that, and Godfather offers and everything. And as I sit here now, it's comfortable to say that there isn't a trade request yet, and hopefully there isn't. Hopefully Zach's committed for 2026 and we can get on with things. I can't wait to 7:30 on Wednesday night when the trade period's done and I can sit here and go, Zach Butters is going to be a Port Adelaide player in 2026. That is a lock, and there's a lot of receipts to hold in case that does happen. But yeah, it's been an interesting time and one that I've definitely had. I've been one of the more anxious trade periods, I think. So yeah, not fun, but it's definitely been one of those ones where you sit here and go, I just can't wait for this to be done, get the players we need to, and get the hell out. So a couple of options that have come up in the last 24 hours in particular, but one name that's always been around the mark is Ivan Soldo. He's was heavily linked to go back to Victoria last year, but didn't eventuate. Has again been sort of intriguing to see if he's going to request a trade or if there's interest in a trade, and he would definitely benefit from going back to any club. He's obviously from Richmond originally, and he's been part of Port Adelaide for the last couple of years, and I think if his application and his mental capacity was that he wanted to commit more, then he'd definitely be playing as the senior ruckman. But he's not. He's looking to go back home, obviously with his WAG and everything like that, and his partners obviously been heavily disinterested in Adelaide. So if a trade can occur there, I think acquiring a future third round pick, would be probably a good starting point. I think if we can get a trade there, and then that could be in help for of a future third, possibly going then on to for Will Brodie, who's another one that we've definitely been linked with, and we've been linked with from weeks on weeks now. And I'm surprised. This is one of the easiest trades that could get done, and Fremantle have been busy with pick swaps and trading, and Judd McVie and obviously a couple of others as well that have gone through their systems. So haven't got to the negotiation table yet, but you think this is Port Adelaide hold currently 20 picks, 29 picks, 44 I think, and also a pick 60, which for me would be just pick 60, here you go, and we're on our way. But not eventuating, so expect that to be done either Friday sometime or we head into Monday. Obviously, there's a weekend break as well. So there's a couple of things there that's will keep your eye on, and that's definitely Advanced Solder. Will Brody will happen eventually. And the other one I really wanted to talk about with this update today is basically Leah. One of the more intriguing, one of the more distasteful sort of moves from St Kilda, and now that he's on a on a you know on an unquestionable balance, I think is the right way to put it. Like he's not sure what he's going to do, and he was going to St Kilda. There's an offer on the table from GWS now that's a lot less than imaginable. And if you're a football club out there that's not inquiring from his management, then definitely I would be. A key defender of his nature, where he hasn't been, he's a future prospect, but he's also got a lot of talent. He's played for Central Districts in South Australia. I've heard that Port Adelaide has contacted him, his management, which is, it's something to keep your eye on, which is very, very nice. And if it eventuates into anything, then future second round pick. I know 2026 draft is sort of something we're wanting to keep our picks very strong to our chest because of Dougie Cochrane and a couple of other picks that we're looking at as well. So surprises always pop up when it comes to the AFL trade period, and if this is one that eventuates and he says, "Oh, I want to go back to South Australia," imagine the backline: Aaliyah, and Radigalia. Like, that's just, it spells itself, really. Like, that's, what a three-headed monster that would be. Absolutely damage control for the opposition, but we'll wait and see on that. It's just a sort of a proposition rather than he's going to happen. And I definitely would raise the question. It bolsters our defensive stocks. Aliyah's getting on. That's Aaliyah. He's getting on in age, and you need some backup. And I know we've got Harrison Ram and a couple of others there, but why not ask the question? Why not inquire? Because, I know with these types of players, you can find that development. You can bring them forth, and you can make them into players that they truly want to be or truly can be. And I think Aaliyah's got a lot of talent, and that's Leek Aaliyah, not Aaliyah. Just a brief update from me, but obviously a lot to play out in this trade period, both with Port Adelaide and obviously with the league in general. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about what's been happening and some of the ideas that you might have for Port Adelaide going forth. I would love to hear your thoughts. I've been hearing for a while also that there should be a pick swap at some stage, whether that's for this year's draft or next, I'm not entirely sure, but we should be involved in a pick swap to gain momentum for next year's draft. So keep an eye on for that. If that doesn't eventuate, then I think we're holding our cards pretty close to our chest, and we'll see what eventuates for Port in this year's trade period. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, Port fans, and other fans as well if you're watching as well. We can't wait to see what eventuates, and it's a very nervy time, and one that I hope we just, put the bet aside. So Zach Butters is playing in 2026, and then sign him on for the next 10 years. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this update, and thank you for watching the channel and all the support with the trade period and everything as well, and all the content that's been coming out. The glass table came out the other day, so make sure you check that out as well. We're on our way to 6,000 subscribers, so please jump on board if you haven't already. My name's Anthony. Thank you so much for watching once again, and as always, count the pair.